Good morning. Kaparchuan Allen, Chakanan Karwene ni Golem kan show inim Chanaran MarshalleseTV. Yo image broadcast and communications building yo and Springdale Arkansas Public School. Ilo chuponin rainin alabalugun manana we marongin kobato gupa ilo chuponin kapalin me elabijo kona erro ilo magdugainan KPE kele pigini kabayaji Mr. Nixon Jibas ka Faith Jiban. Igar kanan pa banato pero ilo chuponi ni gichien eno daro in melele olivia George celebrate liberation day gainare jandronam erone chair chirigi gichien wawin condition situation yo me ribigini right perye ilo rainin elegin airgar emmagdano dar melele ay dok pa banado in aga kamjen kachiong kariglangan chongan go me ne jamman nganaro pag melele ilo chuponin barkagay me eno da karjap chuon tere me biroro. So this morning I want to welcome everyone that's watching the show. With me today I have Mr. Nixon Jibas and his wife Faith. They've been very influential with the KBE community here in Springdale, as we all know. They're all from the island of Kili atoll, and a lot of us are very familiar with that island, and they are going to share their insight about the Nuclear Victims Remembrance Day that was just passed, and also talk about the sea level rising that's affecting their atoll today. So I'm going to turn this over to Nixon, and you can speak in Marshallese. Kumaron kajen majal ngay etan eno de biro lo garro ne bar. Okay, choji wan malagot.
Ngayam man yawe ngan ale rone aluje video in. Ada Nixon Jibas ngalaregan pegani. Ngay cara balik penarmin pegani roilo Northwest Arkansas in. I know Chona president. Ngay net pogojot chirigion. Tayo walangan armin pegani gia elegan chijinang oradam yon iya. Ilo yain. Ilo yain naga ilo rainin armin pegani rajperi ilo Kili Island. Ejij Island, Majoro, Emijogo Chedilo, Palagan Lalin. Agamino Yan Lugan Qualo in Gay, Armin Begini, Regioni, Chetmeno Lugan, Penanganir Kia, Northilo, and Lavalok, and he would Majala Lava, Ido Aitai, Neva, Egamanaway and Ibuji. Jugun better war very elabdada ido kali rainin red kachida elang chibangajan lalin elabdada USA not ijo me ardogum kamagadar min begani milo news rainin or kachida korolla bejan ni pen administration local government an armin begani waran kamagadar min begani kio Echep yala video in echep show in echep ngan anagalangan ijo me ramarong ledo waga ngan ro ne alu je pijain mo kejo je ayujen jiwe pen ronam sibang aram jero ini do toro ini merugun lugun mole be nganer ido raini ido awai na kanan echelok ini kan remur ido yon keli echelok dren ngana irak red order renjen chicken goche dilo major room kain kan remit rej mga darai jim pilawa merongo me kijer ijagain ilo ilagan majal me chep kijer ergun chon tore ergun penanganir ine bar roli da am kanana ga bunan ilo me de gan reje do ga ijo ida barai ni do tore
Kumol next ene jimoy gay yagar chino yuwe aga chibulang da garani lo begini gar ngada yo no bompayo gay peboreo kia ngan raini ko bae jele dot kay ni kanam reno ko ni menar mi in begini paraino
ijimay ido Echebilo no one by all the way issue in a chen 2011
Year, 2011.
wale miye kia aga yemeni ya me doan wala ka kia jaga lukun labala kan choren mi lo kia pan ekage palung longan ai lengeo lo je de lukun nana lala be chema ga andara jene orang kar to lo wi golongan ke jo Taiwan armin begini lo chereren ar kacheng ni to ngani chen chuje chuje modalak aga changen lang palun we erro bodo joren jido ko jen wodo kap ibu jile bele baga anu aga kachita kanam echep ibu walnga da ko renjen pure yon kali a emanya no yido kom rube terere ne nem kia no re yido kom lukuni do ngani jogo me rechen garta bari mo dalo.
Okay, I'm just going to briefly explain what Nixon was talking about. We all know that 69 years ago, that's when the testing was done on the island of Bikini. So they had to exile all these people to these different locations in the Marshall Islands, like Ijin, Kili, and Medjero, and all, even here in Arkansas, we have them here. So it started in 2011 when they had the flooding on the island, you know, and not only that, but also the water was coming in from the ocean, and it affected everything, like their water, the water that they drink, and also all the food and crops that they grow on the island. So it's not an easy thing. Even this past weekend when they had their celebration, they were expecting some officials from their island, but they couldn't come because they had the flooding, so the airport couldn't, or the airplanes couldn't land in the airport there on Kili Island. So we just want to raise awareness that, you know, right now people from that island, and we have a lot of them here too, even in the school district. They're needing a lot of assistance in regards to the flooding that happened. So we want to keep them in our prayer. And there's also other things going on, like projects for raising for the needs of the people right now. But I want to turn this over. We'll talk some more about that, Nixon. Thank you for your input. But Faith. And Faith, you want to share with us what's on your mind also this morning?
Well, in regards to what's going on in Kili?
And Faith is also a member of an organization, a nonprofit organization here that it's called MEI. So, you know, feel free to give us an input on that too, because I know that organization has a lot of, deals with the 4 atolls, also with the issues on nuclear victims. And I just realized that our time for the first segment, we're running out. So if you can just briefly tell us a little bit about that, and we'll continue when we come back for our next segment.
Sure. MEI is an acronym for the Marshallese Education Initiative. And it was established about 2 years ago. The reason why we, Professor Dr. April Brown at NWAC and another professor, Dr. Jessica Schwartz, she's at the Columbia University in New York. That we were all a part of Nuclear Remembrance Day 2 years ago, and it established from there.
And you are going to do a similar event like that later on, right?
Right.
Okay. So like I said, we're going to come back for our next segment, and we will talk some more about MEI and the effects of what's happening on the island of Kili for the Bikini Islanders. And don't go away, stay tuned, because we'll be right back for the next segment of MarshalleseTV. Okay, we're back once again for the second segment of MarshalleseTV. Elevar lukun manana baca barral to konono lo padin kain karo ippan yang kabelin Nixon ka Faith jadaro me elevar lukun kamolo lo boy lukun mole eto erro perilo Springfield, Missouri. Yagi lukun kamolo ganero mergun move dongan Springdale, a big asset to the Marshallese community ijin. Ela bijo kona erro imje lukun kamolo. When Nixon one man lagodam kajaro continue conversation in arro yigichen happening in hilo community in argichen.
Man komola nida. Evan balla bijo ini pa pe muja pa tahu yar pa ngan kamu ya lebih meleleh na ke armijin begini rayu guna ibu cibang ilo tereinem ya ibu anca bero cibang cen cabero cegen ngan ini meru kun penganir ilo ne jui gani ngan kajala ibu roro ne jalu je video ilo cerere ilo sijina awa ngan cengora cipong Enet common events here on Armijin Pigini, ilo VFW, yo is very on Thompson Street, ilo Springdale in. Me balong an chabaro do kanani dok. Me orar kadamene mere an Armijin Pigini ni perijo im kara ipen. Ngai oro goda ko yo jene magajam kajala yero na. Yeni ne jangan aroj kwalgar promo jangan tayar walong an Armijin Pigini, ilo 1946 yo. Emungan kalau dengan mejen lali ni ke armijin begini kararam magdejan begini ilo John Santa ilo 1946 yo karchibu ko imle mongole meno armij rain ni or 11,000 plus armijin begini ro chojo lar human yegin chijino oradam yon nang chimjo ngol yegi menyan robe rego de wan Israel armijin begini rai peri lo ay lu kuning dan tamak ba chon ran kemene tabar ay dengan kalumur anijar kalumur ka ako menino dini war karwalangan anida keren ga anida komol.
Thank you, Nixon. Nixon was telling us about the event that's going to be taking place to finish up all the festivities that started last weekend, and they're going to finish it up with a dinner and a remembrance with all the KBE community here in Springdale, and they hold this event every year, and a lot of them come from different parts of the states, even from the islands, and they're expecting their mayor and his wife to be here. And like you said, the address is on Thompson. Kamolo le wari Nixon gonna ga armijin pigni ramaron dungun rebijo the ron ilo chuan koragin yago ya gajor ilo ami wo Jojo laron peri jagini meno dampa ngame ki beronya ki figure gini no da kapulang lengan cipu ki cima ragar ro jala wajani lotreo yeni narpek cingin cicino ngol cima iya matala rai ni lalem taujin yim langalak ngun kali karcuan regalakam cuan nampayo me lali ne jai kunjin kalaman lag jana kaga laptata kiene wargap kiene nana mereka cara manangan awale pilo amine wan man lako dim ko ba waja no chet rumaja romi choji peri jege ni meno chet ruameja ilo yeni ne ala ilo ami jang kada ko mayam chibe pen rono dam kali karami kemi mi choni ana ilon ko ar me boyana kar chelet me urgo ay releng iya ko remo dala I really do admire this group of people. Because when they exiled from their home island, there was like 150 some people. Nowadays there are about 5,000 plus, and they still hang on, cling together, love each other, and celebrate in remembrance of their loved ones. And that's something that I look at as a Marshallese, and we all get together as a community along with them. And remember this event as well as they finish things off this weekend. And Faith, do you want to add on to what Nixon said or anything else that's on your mind?
Sure. So the ceremony this weekend will be a commemorative / celebration ceremony. We were really pleased with the outcome of the games. We had a lot of people show up and support Bikini Day, which has become Nixon and my passion to share the story of bikini and the Marshallese people, and we've noticed that different avenues have been opened up to us through this, and we're just so grateful. But we're really looking forward to this weekend, and everyone's invited.
Yes, thank you for the invitation. And all that faith pare. Chuan ijala ga bayang labi jo kona erro bay egar pag eleng yang an erro travel to just Springfield im chibara ga to community na army range and kelim pigin image em roji kamane olivia and not by everin by the olivia ni ga chabu not kage me rano mer bigini rare magdai parano di nair manana pendronam kamolo laptada kan Island ochuan arroy, kabay roy marungun alikar raini ni mejan lali ni arroy kalikar issues gay ni me recep chele dot pigini and ochuan island par island coach at me ejapar chele day. Emilo wawe ni gay egaman minin arbar chijadum kalaman lagujan karwen kay. Peminagain rain dom pagsigirum raini ni gay ejapar kajidagan kajimagay. Kia chit perilo island kain me ragar dokum kamani kagamen melagain ngan kajim epar pai joko konair pada echapai dukunilo moleo chejai wichi bangala balak kanagay with the sea level rising imale ben benagain me ripuk chigirilo joko chigir ejelet kain kanagwar meur wawenar meur Ngayimaya came in Mijala Koyero Maron Pulian talk briefly about it. Can to an article me Ribarar Kachi the Naramarong Emagtong and Chigain. In Ejimway Menin
Ejimo ilo we go Rowi and model of Mereo of administration one rar mi di pen chedian kumigo and interior in Junior Church Royan Charwojan interior Kachi the Ginar Arwalong and Erberan. Kamagadaran yin pigini kiyo
and all that dukun
iloan lukun choren jagain ijimwe
Telugun manana we don't know what the outcome is going to be, but now our heart goes out to them because now they're just I'm not sure how long to the mile looping from one end to the other.
Less than a mile.
Less than a mile.
Ilo kele
Chapigini akele ingay.
Chebe marong point something 3 or imalolok chedeo exactly ago. Chebe chep chuan mile.
Chuan chigino elugun rik. Emo chiba imagine and ngay elugun rela rene mi pu jale ben. Chep mit kaman kajang ngay elugun kabare mara mi jero rechem marong meur. Right now, with the island that they're living on is called Kili Island. It's not even a mile long, and I've seen pictures myself on the internet about the water that came up and how much it was on land. So it is a serious problem that we need to address and look at. And like Nixon and I were talking about it, there are thoughts about maybe asking the United States for them moving over here, but all that has to do with a lot of negotiations with the Interior and Congress and all that. But we're very happy, and it really is a blessing to have you two with us today and to share about our home island of Bikini. Cara manangan ko miro ilo alep kataberga na miro je chuda ko dilig miro kami di nan Bikini ilo Springdale in.
Komol
Para ino dilo weekendin ngay orarien ano danin pede jene utok. Jene kache ulale ngay chengarong peraga chen kami je la alep chen Nixon and Faith gap nga kum kanan balewa jamia ko yang all rora ralo je show ini lo chupon rainin lo wigin lang chemela lagun partunin chebala do kano de lang arkes chene par podo kanan gen redo dia ko olep im como mol ganami galale show in